Have you ever caught your dog staring at you and felt a sudden quiet chill, wondering what is really going on inside that head? Sometimes they do things that seem absolutely crazy, obsessively licking your feet, dragging their body across the carpet, or invading your privacy in the bathroom. We laugh, we scold, but we rarely listen. But what if I told you that you have been misinterpreting their most desperate signals? These aren't just quirks. They are a silent, urgent language. Your dog is trying to tell you something profound about love, fear, and hidden pain, but they have no words to say it. Today, we are going to decode the secret messages your dog has been sending you for years. And you need to stay until the very end. Because the real reason they stretch the moment they see you, it means something that will completely break your heart in the most beautiful way. Let's talk about those moments of total privacy intrusion. You know what I mean. You go to the bathroom, you close the door, but maybe you leave it a crack open or your dog just barges in. And there they sit staring at you while you are occupied. It feels awkward, maybe even a little creepy. You might think, do you have no boundaries? But in the canine world, boundaries don't exist in the way we think. This isn't voyeurism, it is protection. When a dog relieves themselves in the wild, it is their most vulnerable moment. They cannot fight. They cannot run easily. They are exposed. So in a pack, other members will stand guard. When your dog follows you into the bathroom and stares at you, they aren't being weird. They are acting as your personal bodyguard. They are saying, I know you are vulnerable right now, human. I will watch the door. I will make sure nothing hurts you. It is an act of selfless service. They are covering your back when you can't cover your own. So the next time you feel embarrassed, just look at them and say, thank you. They are doing a serious job. Now from the bathroom to something a bit wetter. Let's talk about feet licking. You are sitting on the couch and suddenly your dog is obsessed with your toes. For some people this is ticklish. For others it is gross. But why do they do it? Is it just salt? Well, yes, but it is also science and love mixed into a cocktail. Dogs have a special organ called the Jacobson's organ located between their nose and mouth. It allows them to taste smells. Your feet are a biological diary of your day. They are covered in pheromone sweat and the scents of everywhere you have been. When your dog licks your feet, they are reading your diary. They are trying to understand where you went, how stressed you are, and who you met. But emotionally, it is also a submission of affection. In a puppy pile, licking is how they bond. By licking your feet, they are grooming you. They are saying, you are my family, and I want to take care of you. It is a humble gesture. However, if they do it obsessively nonstop, it might be a sign of anxiety, a way to soothe themselves like a human, biting their nails. But usually, it's just a very slobbery, I love you. Speaking of weird obsessions, have you ever watched your dog after they do their business outside? They finish up and then suddenly scratch, scratch, scratch. They are kicking dirt and grass everywhere with their back legs. You might think, oh, they are trying to be clean and cover it up like a cat. Nope, not at all. They are actually doing the opposite. They are making a scene. Dogs have scent glands in their paw pads. When they scratch the earth furiously, they are releasing a unique chemical signature into the soil. It is a scent-based business card. And the scratch marks, those are visual graffiti. They are telling every other dog in the neighborhood, I was here. This is my turf. I am healthy and I am strong. It is a moment of pure confidence. So don't pull them away when they do this. Let them have their moment of glory. Let them announce their presence to the world. It builds their confidence. Now let's move to something that pulls at our heartstrings: sleeping. You have a big bed. Maybe you bought your dog an expensive orthopedic mattress. But where do they end up? Pressed right against your back. Or maybe curled up behind your knees. Why do they insist on touching you? It's not because they are cold. It is because you are their safety. Since they were born, from the moment they were blind puppies, they slept in a pile. The pile equals survival. The pile equals warmth. The pile equals the pack. When your dog chooses to sleep touching you, they are designating you as a member of their pile. It is the ultimate compliment. It means they can close their eyes and enter deep sleep because they trust you to keep the monsters away. And conversely, they are guarding you. If you move, they move. They are tethered to you by an invisible string of loyalty. Don't push them away if you can help it. That pressure you feel against your leg is the weight of their love. But sometimes that energy isn't calm. Sometimes it explodes. You know the Zoomies. One minute your dog is sitting there and the next, boom! They are running circles around the coffee table, butt tucked in, eyes wide and crazy. It looks like a system glitch. Scientists call this Frapp's frenetic random activity periods. It usually happens after they have been forced to be still for a long time, like after a bath, or after you come home from work. It is pure, unfiltered joy releasing itself from the body. It's like shaking a soda bottle and opening the lid. They aren't crazy. They are just happy to be alive, happy to be moving, happy to be with you. It is a celebration of freedom. Instead of getting annoyed that they knocked over a pillow, laugh with them. Their joy is contagious if you let it be. However, not all spinning is happy. Let's talk about tail chasing. It's a cartoon cliche, right? A dog chasing its tail is supposed to be funny. And for puppies it is. It's a game. They realize, oh, what is this thing following me? And they chase it. But if you see an adult dog doing this constantly, stop laughing and start looking closer. This can be a sign of deep boredom or even a compulsive disorder. If a dog has too much pent-up mental energy and nowhere to direct it, they turn inward. They start treating their own body as a toy or an enemy. It can also be a medical issue, fleas or pain in the tail. But often it is a cry for help saying, "My brain is starving. I need to do something." If your dog is a chronic spinner, they don't need a scolding. They need a puzzle, a walk, or a job to do. Now we have to talk about the grossest one, the one that makes you want to look away. Poop eating, coprophagia. It is every dog owner's nightmare. You give them premium food, and they choose. That why it is disturbing to us, but in the wild it has a function. Mother dogs eat the waste of their puppies to keep the den clean so the scent doesn't attract predators. It is an instinct of hygiene and protection. Puppies see this and copy it. Usually they grow out of it. But if an adult dog does it, it could be a sign they are missing nutrients in their diet, or simply that they are incredibly bored. Sometimes they do it because they know you will run over and shout. To a lonely dog, even you shouting is better than you ignoring them. It's a cry for attention wrapped in a very messy package. Check their diet. Keep their area clean and try not to freak out. They aren't being dirty, they're just being dogs. From the gross to the mysterious hiding objects. You find your sock under the sofa. You find a piece of bread behind the curtain. You find their favorite squeaky toy buried in your laundry basket. Are they hoarding? Yes, they are. This is a survival instinct. In the wild, you don't know when your next meal is coming. So if you have something valuable, you bury it. You save it for a rainy day. When your dog takes your sock and hides it, they are treating it like a treasure. And why your sock? Why not a piece of paper? Because the sock smells like you. The scent is the most valuable thing they own. By surrounding their secret hiding spots with your scent, they are creating little safety bunkers around the house. They are keeping a piece of you for later. It's actually quite sweet when you think about it, even if it is annoying to lose your clothes. Let's look at a behavior that seems lazy, but is actually medicinal sunbathing. You see your dog lying in a patch of sunlight that is way too hot, panting, slightly refusing to move. They look like they are in a trance. Are they just copying cats? No, sunlight is vital for them. It helps raise their body temperature without using energy. It conserves their calories. But more importantly, the heat helps with joint pain. Older dogs do this instinctively to soothe their arthritis. The warmth penetrates the muscles and relaxes them. Also, sunlight helps regulate their circadian rhythm and boosts serotonin, the chemical that makes them feel happy. They are essentially solar charging their happiness. Just be careful they don't overheat, but generally let them soak up those rays. They are having a spa day. But while some physical behaviors are good, others are warning signs. Head shaking. If your dog is constantly shaking their head, flapping their ears against their skull, don't ignore it. This isn't a dance move. This is discomfort. Imagine having water stuck in your ear that you can't get out, or an itch you can't scratch. That is what they are feeling. It could be an ear infection, a grass seed, or allergies. It is maddening for them. If you see this, check their ears immediately. Is there a smell? Is it red? They are shaking their head because they are trying to fling the pain away. They need your help, not your annoyance. Now let's go outside again, rolling in smells. You just gave them a bath. They smell like lavender and vanilla. You let them out, and they immediately find the foulest, deadest thing in the grass and rub their neck all over it. You scream, "No!" But look at their face. They are in ecstasy. Why do they hate smelling good? Because to a predator, smelling like lavender is a death sentence. It announces your presence to everyone. Rolling in the scent of a dead animal or poop is camouflage. It masks their scent so they can hunt. It is also a way of bringing news back to the pack. They are wearing the scent like a badge that says, "Hey guys, look what I found. There is a dead squirrel over there." They are proud of it. It's instinct fighting against your shampoo. Back inside the house, have you ever seen your dog bark at the mirror or lunge at the TV when a dog appears on screen? It's funny, especially with puppies. But it tells you something about their cognitive development. Dogs rely on smell first, sight second. A mirror is confusing because it looks like a dog moves like a dog, but it has no smell. It is a ghost dog. This freaks them out. It's the uncanny valley for canines. They bark to test the reaction. If I bark, will you bark back? When the reflection barks back silently, they get confused. Most dogs eventually realize it's not real and ignore it. But that initial reaction is their way of trying to make sense of a world that is full of human illusions. Now let's talk about the greeting jumping up. You walk in the door and you are tackled. You might get scratched. You might drop your groceries. We train them not to do this, but we should understand why they do it. It's not dominance. It's anatomy. Your face is where the information is. They want to smell your breath to see what you ate, lick your face to say hello and look in your eyes. But you are tall and they are short. Jumping is the only way they can bridge the gap. They are desperate to get on your level. It is a compliment that physically hurts sometimes. They are saying, "I need to be closer to you than the floor allows." On the flip side of this high energy is a very quiet, subtle behavior, turning their back on you. You are sitting on the floor or the couch, and your dog comes over, turns around, and sits facing away from you. Maybe they even sit on your foot. It feels like they are ignoring you. It feels like a cold shoulder. It is the exact opposite. In the wild, you never turn your back on an enemy. You only turn your back on family. By facing away from you, your dog is showing you their defenseless side. They are trusting you completely not to attack them. But more than that, they are taking up a guard position. They are watching the outward direction while you are safe behind them. They are effectively saying, "I have the watch. You can relax." It is a profound gesture of trust and duty. And what about when they show you their belly? We all know this one. They flop over legs in the air. It's the universal sign for rub me. But it is also the universal sign for I surrender. The belly is the softest part of the dog. All their vital organs are there. A predator would aim for the stomach. By exposing it, they are making themselves completely helpless. They are handing you the keys to their life. They are saying, "I know you will never hurt me." It is a massive privilege to see a dog's belly. It is a contract of peace. But be careful sometimes. A dog does this out of fear, to show they are not a threat. Look at their body. Is it loose and wiggly? That's love. Is it stiff and frozen? That's fear. Know the difference. Then there is the sound that breaks us. Separation. Whining. You leave, and they cry. It's not just noise. It is a distress signal. Dogs are pack animals. To be left alone is to be vulnerable to death. When they whine as you leave, they aren't just being dramatic. They are calling out to the pack leader to return. They are saying, "Don't leave me behind. I am not safe without you." It is a panic response. If this happens often, it breaks their heart a little every day. Practice leaving for short times. Show them you always come back. You are their entire world, and when you leave, their world goes dark. And finally, we have arrived at the one behavior that sums it all up, the one that prompted this whole conversation. Stretching when they see you. You come home. Your dog wakes up from a nap or walks over to you, and right in front of you, they do a big long stretch. They lower their front legs, stick their butt in the air, and look right at you. You might think, "Oh, they are just waking up their muscles." No. If they were just stretching, they would do it anywhere. They would do it on their bed. But they waited. They walked over to you to do it. This is called the greeting stretch. It is inextricably linked to the playbow. In dog language, this is a massive visual hello. It is a sign of comfort, safety, and joy. By stretching in front of you, they are saying, "I am comfortable enough to be vulnerable in front of you. I am shaking off the sleep so I can be ready to interact with you. I am ready for whatever you want to do, play, walk, or cuddle." It is a specialized greeting reserved only for the ones they love. They don't do this for strangers. A stranger gets a bark or a sniff. You get the stretch. It means, "My heart is open to you." It is the physical embodiment of a smile. So the next time your dog does this, don't just ignore it. Acknowledge it. Say big stretch. Give them a pat, because in that moment they aren't just stretching their legs, they are stretching their love out to touch you. Every single one of these behaviors, from the gross foot licking to the frantic zoomies to that beautiful long stretch, is a word in a sentence. And that sentence is always the same. I love you. I trust you. You are my human. We are so lucky to be the center of their universe. Let's try to be worthy of it. I want to know who is the good boy or good girl doing these things in your house. Go to the comments right now and type your dog's name. Tell me, do they do the bathroom stare, or are they a foot licker? Let's share the funny, weird love of our dogs. And if you want to know even more about the signs that your dog loves you more than you ever imagined, make sure you subscribe. There is so much more to learn